Here we are again. Truth about self-sabotage is the message that I felt called to share with you today. And as you can see, I've already had the lessons of releasing perfection, of being on time, not getting interrupted, losing my train of thought, all of those things, but we're still here. And notebook, with the message that I was feeling to share of like what's coming up for some of the clients and some of the others that I've been seeing in my group and community, can be that like often when we go to do, be, or have something new or different, our central nervous system can see it as danger or fear. And if you haven't studied, about like the nervous system, the fight or flight or freeze response, the thing you need to know is that like the brain, while it's super complex, super amazing, it does not know the difference between real and perceived fear. So while it has protected us in ancient times of like, if there's a bear or a lion about to attack us, that is real fear. So then our nervous system kicks in and it's like, you need the adrenaline, you need the energy to be able to run away. And now in this day and age, such as what I just happened this morning, the stressor and the response of, oh shit, I forgot I had a timer that I set, and then I felt that jolt of adrenaline. So the same thing comes up. For example, when we have a goal of, say, like for, your new coaching business, you want to make $3,000 a month, and it's something new for you because like while you may have made $3,000 a month at like a past job, because it's a different form, like you're not getting like a physical paycheck or a direct deposit from one certain person, but you might get it, you might get it from one person, but you might get it from a few, and it's with a new system, a new process, that we have like a little bit of like fear come up, and we're like, holy shit, like how is this gonna happen? Is it gonna hurt me? Is it gonna be dangerous? And we have those same feelings that come up, and that can actually trigger something called self-sabotage. And let me know in the comments with a thumbs up emoji or like this shit has happened to me type of comment, so you know what I'm talking about. And the more that you have this awareness of what's happening, you can start to identify those feelings and those connections of when you do other new and different things. Because as an entrepreneur, there are gonna be new and different things. So you have to learn to work with your brain and your emotions and your feelings and your energy so you can identify those things and know, that these things come up. They seem super real. And some other facts for you around this that actually I've learned in my NLP practitioner training recently. Well, not really recently, but with this modality that I help my clients do called mental emotional release, experts have found that, we have these events, these experiences, these emotions, these decisions that can be like stored in our unconscious mind for up to, I think they said 16 generations before us. And past lives, our spiritual soul past lives, in the womb and also before the age of 7 that are unconscious is like, oh, like we need to file these experiences and these events and these emotions away because these could help us avoid danger and like help us stay alive. So while we might be carrying these around, these can come up when we go to do the new or different things. And by the way, you're not doomed and gloomed to keep repeating those patterns and keep having these triggers and traumas and emotions and events and things come up. They can be released and they can be rewritten. This is something that I do. So if you're like, oh my gosh, I need that, definitely message me and we can talk about how we can take you through that modality together. So the truth about self-sabotage is until we shine a light on that pattern, on that belief, and this is for either ourselves or your clients, you're going to keep repeating it. And it's like a repeat robot that just keeps going and going and going until it's just like autopilot until you're like, holy shit, I can't believe I keep doing this. And this is the trigger, and this is the emotion, and this is the event, and this is the feeling. So until you shine a light on that, you can't undo it. You just can't know what you don't know. So getting into the knowing and the awareness. And like I said, this is valuable for you as a coach or a practitioner, and it's valuable for your clients. And the example of this is like, for example, if you have a client who, again, like has this desire, has this goal, keep moving towards it, and then it's like you get in a spot where it's like 2 steps forward and 1 step back, and then 2 steps back, and then 1 step forward. It's just this dance, this like circle. And the root behind that is really, wrapped in this self-sabotage of that they can't see themselves actually achieving it, actually doing it this new way, or actually having this new thing, because their mind can't actually see it. They can only see what they've been doing, all of that. So the mind is super, super, super powerful. So yeah, like I said, if you have a client who has been doing the dieting thing and they're like real good for a while, they lose a little bit of weight and then they just like completely self-sabotage, you want to get them back into the visualization of like really looking at what they actually want, really feeling that, really seeing how that could happen. And this goes into my suggestion then for today's mini masterclass, which it's the new moon today. It happened at 7 a.m. This morning here on the East Coast. So, and this is what I helped my clients with earlier this week on Tuesday in the Well Biz Babe Academy. We really dug into goals and actually setting them. If you are not actually setting goals, this is the perfect time. It's always a great time, but especially with the energy of the new moon right now, new moon, new goals, new way of thinking, new way of doing things, new, better with what will serve you. So with the new moon, new goals, sit down, write down your goals, and what I've been working on, again, I do this at least every 90 days, is like a vision board. And so with using the power of visualization of like seeing the desk, I just got a new MacBook Pro, seeing the MacBook Pro, going to the store, looking at it, feeling it, helping your brain just adapt to anything that's new or different by seeing it, touching it, feeling it, smelling it, hearing it, all tasting it, all of those. I didn't lick my MacBook Pro, by the way, but you know what I'm getting at. Trying new foods, working towards the goal of weight loss, those things. But using the power of the brain by making a vision board for your goals. So maybe if it's like when travel happens again, putting a picture of the beach that you want to go visit, seeing it every day. So this is actually something that I have for my clients. I created a template in Canva for like a printed paper where you can just input those pictures and the sayings and the quotes and the goals, all of that. And I have it formatted for a sheet and then for the phone. So on my phone, I have that, and so I see it all the time, and it helps the brain with the RAS, the reticular activating system, really know, like, lock in, like, this is what we want. This is gonna help us gain something. This is gonna help us avoid losing something, and just really doing for yourself first, obviously, and your clients, to use the power of the brain so you're not self-sabotaging, seeing it, saying it, feeling it as if it's already yours, because you can't actually have anxiety about something that already happened. That's another NLP MER trick, by the way. So, training your brain, doing those visualizations, getting those pictures, getting into that versus focusing on the fear. That's all about the truth of self-sabotage and what you can do to transform that. So share in the comments, either live right now or replay, whatever. Join in mastering this message so you can shine a light on what you want to change so you can shift it. So share in the comments, in what ways have you been self-sabotaging? I know it's never fun to admit these things. However, it can benefit you because you get it out, you stop hiding it, you put the light on it so you can shift it. And if you're wanting more and needing more already, and you're like, I want to do some of that unconscious work, or if you know you want to work with me, message me too, and I'll send you the link for the application. So, lots of love.